Welcome to a new video with Our Home in the Forest. I am Caroline.
I'm Misha.
And we are living with our two small children on a forest farm in Portugal. We just about a year ago changed our life from the city life to the country life. We just recently brought a wooden cabin to our land. If you haven't seen that, check it out. I will link the video or the playlist here under the video. And today we are showing the progress with our outhouse. We have been probably starting 2 months ago to build the foundation. We have been always woodworking next to the house, next to the downstairs community room, and that was always dusty. It was convenient next to the house, but now that we have power here, that is a much better area. And you even have a view while you work, Misha. No, also, like, ventilation is great here.
Yeah. The ventilation is the best.
Yeah, like fresh air, but still protected. You can work with a roof. Kind of perfect right now. And then I can also better collect here the sawdust and actually the leaves maybe for the garden later. I know this was treated wood, right?
Yeah, this is true.
So maybe not for the garden then. Actually practical that we moved the woodworking area here. It's more clean, like can clean it better than up there, and you have more space actually to leave it, let it dry. While working at the outhouse, we noticed there were mimosa trees leaning over the area, so we were afraid they might fall down one day or they might drop too many leaves. So we started cutting branches and trees around there. You see how tight they are also growing, so we were also thinning them out. This is a long one. Crazy. And then we discovered this olive tree that you see there in the back and that I have been pruning in one of the last videos. And you notice how long the branches were growing off the olive tree because it didn't catch any light. So we decided to cut down a few mimosa trees. Also, this one that Misha is cutting right now is just grown exactly at at an old grapevine. So we were also trying to rescue this one. So everything there should catch more light in the future, that we can grow olives and wine there in this pot.
Okay, let's go back and catch up with what we have been talking about.
We have been probably starting 2 months ago to build the foundation and to build this entire construction to have a bathroom, a toilet with a shower, and a sink to wash dishes. Why is that separate from the wooden cabin?
Because the wooden cabin is small, so it doesn't fit everything.
And the idea is also that maybe in the future, if this all works out and we can make a little money to support our life, we can easily add another unit to rent if there are people interested to come, because then the bathroom can be a shared unit. It's big enough for a few more people.
We have the main house, which is like 30-40 meters from here, right?
100?
Okay.
Well, it's up the hill, so it feels longer.
So, yeah, and there, of course, we have everything: shower, toilet. So basically, when we rent, we always say that we have the main house as a shower and toilet. But since it's a little bit far away, so we decided we decided to build this one to make it more comfortable to to go to the bathroom and faster and shower and etc. And then it's in the nature, it's in the middle of the nature, which makes it a little bit more nicer.
And I was afraid that people would just use the forest if it was very far in the night.
Exactly. Then we're gonna step on poop.
When you were starting to build this structure, what was your thought process?
So I wanted to build it as more natural as possible. So to integrate in the forest. So to use less processed materials like plastic and metal. So the idea was to build it totally on wood. First, I also wanted to do the roof with the wooden plates, but in terms of costs and in terms of durability, I decided for metal plates to be a little bit more durable and to not have leaking problems right in the future. Of course, it doesn't look like nice as wood, but it's I think cheaper decision.
Let's move inside.
Yeah.
Okay, now we are under said metal roof and it protects us. All it needs to do.
Yeah, exactly. Everything that is, if I have some pipes, right, which is made from plastic, multicamada, but this is all going to be all covered, so we will not see it. It's only for the water, but the rest is all natural materials that I wanted to do. I also have the problem to decide which kind of wood to use, because in Portugal, the cheapest wood is the national pine. Price difference was a very big price difference between the wood and, for example, cedar or like oak. It's just a big difference of price. So I decided for pine. It's already treated. I also give an extra treatment. From outside, we are using a product that we bought in Leroy, but from inside, to make it like an extra protection, especially in the places that we're gonna have water, I'm just using oil with diesel, so 50-50 dilution, to make sure that the wood doesn't rot, doesn't have any kind of bugs, and that it repels water. So it's a cheaper option to treat the wood in this case. Otherwise, if you buy all the products from the supermarket, that's going to be just super crazy. It's going to raise the price a lot.
It's funny how this color looks blue, no? It's the same as you used on the side? You decided to have these raw edges on the wood, make them layered, right?
Yeah, just to put the planks on each other. For one side is cutted, and from other side it's rough. It's not mechanically cutted, so it looks nicer. It looks natural. And if the rain drops, it's always dropping down. So it's always doesn't have fence to enter inside, so it always goes down.
But actually, this light wood is quite nice. Yeah, I find that very clever because when you build the chicken coop, you used planks and you put them next to each other. And with rain, and the wood was probably not 100% dry, it started to have gaps and it started to push to each other, so we cannot open the door when it's very rainy. So I find this a very clever solution, like an upgrade from your last thing that you built from wood. You learned already, because like this, the wood can work. It can expand, it can shrink a little bit because you have this overlap.
Yeah, you don't have gaps, you have overlap.
I remember for the roof, one day you came and you said, I found the perfect solution now, because the new metal roofs from the shop are extremely expensive. What did you do?
Yeah, so this is just normal metal plates.
But they're meant for roof, are they?
Exactly, this one, no. This one was meant for fences.
Ah.
But it can also be used as a roof. It doesn't really matter. As I think so. I think it doesn't really matter.
Is it more heavy? Is it less heavy? What's the difference?
I think it looks exactly the same. You just have a different format.
But in the chicken coop, you used something that was meant for roof.
Yeah.
And there you decided for something pretty in red because of the visibility. We see it in front of our house, and you wanted it.
No, pretty. I decided for red because there was no other options. I don't know, in Portugal, when you go to the shop, basically it's almost everything red. If you're lucky, there's green, but most of the shops have this metal, this red metal everywhere.
I thought you decided because this was looking nice.
No, because I decided because it was the only one option. So this one is white from the light gray or light gray, and from the top it's totally gray, mostly like dark gray.
But you found a used one. That was
no, it's not used one. So I was looking for it, and actually it's not very cheap. It was like for 3 meters by 1 meter. It was like 40 euros, the red ones and everything. But then I found a shop that they have like unusual measures and something that they have already a long time with some defects, and that one I paid, instead of 40, I paid only 18 euros.
Oh wow.
For and it was not 3 meters I planned, it was 280, but then in the end I added a little bit more. So anyhow, it was cheaper, so I was looking for more cheaper materials, and I found them.
The next obstacles are doors. You're not sure how
I don't know. I don't know what is the doors.
And that's crucial, because this will be the shower and this will be the toilet, both something where you would like to have privacy. You could do a curtain.
When I started this, I didn't have any plan. So I just make a rough plan in a paper, and I just start updating the plan every time that I come here every day.
It looks nice for a rough plan.
I'm not a very good
planner.
Yeah.
You just go along.
Yeah, just
And
go
adapt.
on and adapt if necessary to adapt.
It's fine.
Maybe it's easier when you have a plan because then you know everything that you need, measures and everything. But
Screws. How many screws? How often have you been going again
yeah,
to
I'm not
get
sure if you can
screws?
plan this, how many screws.
So we are trying to figure out the doors. That's something you will see in the next episode. We have already the base for the shower to go there, and you need to still figure out the compost toilet. We saw it at a
Yeah.
friend's quinta, so there also, in theory, we know what we want, but there's still a lot of inside work to do to make
Oh
this
yeah,
look nice.
definitely. I think step by step, we'll figure out.
It's also not helping that it's raining every day. Now at least you're covered here. We were able to close it, but it's regularly hot and then raining again for weeks. We are interrupted by cleaning the land, doing other stuff.
Other stuff also like having the kids at home, spending the weekends together, trying to get some work done when they are home or somebody was sick. That's just life happening. But of course, life is much, much slower then. Thank you guys for watching. Misha will give us the goodbye message.
Something funny or what? Thanks for watching. If you want to see us fail or not, subscribe and keep watching us.